Hey, hey everyone, how are you? This is weekly live dev chat from Callstack. This is me, Łukasz Ludziński. I'm really happy that I can be here this week to be your host. Our other host, Kevin, couldn't join today, so I found a great replacement for him. Amazing guy from Callstack as well. Burak Gunner. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So you are the guest and like co-host here on this live stream for the first time.
I am.
So I'm gonna explain some rules. This is a safe space for me to learn new things that happened in React Universe ecosystem over the past week, month, I don't know. What we do here is we usually go through some newsletter, go through some news, interact with our audience. Hey, hello, Ryan. Good to see you. Ryan here is our very often viewer and listener, so we're great to have you again. Thanks so much for joining. Hopefully, you come here not only for Kevin's hot takes, but also mine's, and also about the knowledge. So we'll try to squeeze that in, even if Kevin is not around today. Yeah. So we usually don't. Yeah.
I'm supposed to come up with some hot takes because I got plenty of them.
Yes, please. Yes, please. This is not a corporate live stream, you know? We are allowed to have our own opinions about things.
It says Callstack right there. But okay.
That's true. That's actually true. But you know, we were discussing Reanimated 4, and Kevin was talking about how Reanimated 3 API looks like shit in comparison to Reanimated 4. So,
yeah, it does.
You know.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Let me ask our audience if our audio levels are okay. Me and Burak.
Yeah.
Can you hear us properly? Or not?
And if not, I don't even know how to increase my volume.
Oh no! Don't worry. I know the system. I can adjust. But also, what I can do is I can like quickly glance to the second screen here that I have. Oh no! Don't, Burak. Can you hear us properly? Or not?
And if not, I don't even know how to increase.
I'm gonna increase your volume just a little bit.
Just a bit, maybe.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing. So I'm going to the settings, I'm going to edit your mic settings, and I'm gonna do this. That should be better. Okay, so give me some intro about yourself. Maybe talk about some open source work that you do, and I'm gonna hear it again on the second screen. Some intro about yourself. Maybe talk.
It's too distracting when you can hear yourself, but okay. So I have this thing going on, which is where if someone asks me to introduce myself, I just say brownfield enthusiast. It's been something that I've been doing for a couple of episodes, I would say. So yeah, I'm a brownfield enthusiast. I maintain a library called React Native Builder Bob. If you haven't heard of that before, it's for creating new libraries for React Native and building them. Create React Native library is also a part. It can create Nitro modules, Turbo modules, whatever you want to do. And that's the only open source project that I maintain right now. And by maintain, I mean, I haven't been solving any issues for a long time for now, but yeah, I'm hoping I can get back.
What about the React Native brownfield libraries?
So I've actually never worked on those myself, but I got quite the knowledge about them because I've been helping. That's what I can say. Also, RNEF has a brownfield integration. I've done the iOS part myself. That's what I can say.
Okay. Yeah, going back again to the premise of this, we are not usually prepared. And what we usually have, let me share my screen actually.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, so share the screen, maybe just the window here. What I have is I have a different separate browser from my private or Callstack browser, which is safe for stream browser. I have a separate Notion here, and we have some newsletters as a like initial input for the discussion. And we usually go here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know this
Hell
one, right?
I do.
But sadly, the last newsletter is from July 30th because they are on the break.
Oh no.
Yeah. Don't worry though, because this week in React Universe, we have React Native Dev, blog, React Native 81.
I didn't even see what's new, so it's gonna be.
Yeah,
surprise for
like,
me.
so we've already talked about this on the live stream about experimental precompiled iOS build.
Oh,
I don't know why is it say experimental, but that's fine. And we can see that this blog post was prepared by two people from Mera, Moti and Vitali, and two people from Expo, Gabriel and Christian. Thank you guys for cooking this up for us. So this will be probably our biggest topic this week in React Native world. And like we also have some other newsletters. I really like this one. It's usually pretty fun to read. The language is really easy and like pretty fun. And they also have spot a bug section where we can like play around with some riddles, you know?
Sure.
So we have this, we have this. What else? We also have Twitter. So if I go to x.com, and again, this is safe for stream browser, so this is not my account. But I remember that Mike Grabowski from Callstack, he replied to one of my tweets recently. Why doesn't it work?
Yeah.
This is just stupid. Okay, so it doesn't work, I guess.
Okay, so no Twitter for today.
So he replied, I said, oh, we're gonna be live. Me and Burak, come hang with us, blah, 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 like usually. And then he replied, I'm cooking something really fast, so guys, to give you guys something to talk about. And I'm not sure if he meant this, if he's in any way like involved in React Native 081, or maybe he released something new. Mike, if you are listening to us, please let me know what you meant by I'm gonna give you guys something to talk about. Because honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we start with this?
On? Actually, you mentioned that like it says experimental, right? I think I know the reason why. I think that's because they don't precompile the whole React Native yet. They only compile some parts. So that's why it's experimental. So React Native 081 introduces precompiled iOS builds, cutting compile time by up to 10x in projects where React Native is the primary dependency. Yeah, we discussed that recently. This is the result of a collaboration between Expo and Meta, and explains how we previously shipped React Native 080. What? What does this mean? Yeah, so I think they changed some stuff related to code gen, pods, and some other stuff to make this possible. So this has been an ongoing work to enable the precompilation. You
are right here. So in 080, they say the 080, the previous one, is the first list that can ship part of React Native for iOS. And then they expand this to be even bigger part of React Native for iOS. But not the whole thing. So this feature is still experimental, but we are happy to enable it for all apps in a future release. If you'd like to try precompiled builds in your own app, you can enable them by specifying the following environment variables. Yeah, so like this should speed up the building process for iOS by a lot. Yeah. So like you've seen how fast brownfield apps can build once you build the framework part. Like it's just you click and that's it. Yeah.
So I hope that we're going to have the same experience with regular React Native apps.
Sure. So let's go on with this. So you can do this with this. Should we
Which
just
makes
try it
sense.
out?
I think, yeah, we can give it a try. What
Yeah.
I would also like to see is, I don't know if you've seen it, but like since a while, React Native also has this thing called Ccache support on iOS. So you
The
just
what?
enable Ccache.
Yeah.
That I think that stands for compiler cache, and it can cache Objective-C files, C++ files, those kind of stuff. So now when you build your iOS project, it's even faster to build the React Native parts. So like maybe we can enable both and take a look how fast it actually goes.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna switch. Sorry, let me go back here.
So do you have a live stream safe Xcode as well?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, and then I'm gonna open Xcode. I'm not sharing anything right now, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Which is
gonna
for
do-
good, I guess. You don't want to leak the internal project secrets.
Yeah, probably I don't have that many. Like I in my Xcode I have our brownfield project from last week.
Okay.
So I guess we're good. Okay, let me open the Xcode as well. Not the Xcode, the Visual Studio Code.
Okay.
And this one has some internal project open.
Just leak them, and Mike is gonna come out and he's gonna explain what the thing he was cooking was.
Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to stop the screen sharing like that. We are talking about iOS, but what about Android? Android is pre-built for a long time.
Yeah.
Android comes for React Native comes pre-built already.
Yeah, for a long time. Plus, Android has Gradle, which has a pretty good cache system. So it's not like Xcode where you have to build everything from scratch. It actually is pretty smart about what to build. So that's why Android builds are always faster.
How do I?
Yeah. Make this bigger.
Yeah, no. I know how to make it bigger. I was going to say, how do I install React Native? No. Let's just go here.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Develop. What is that like getting started?
I can tell you how to do it.
Get started with that framework. Okay. And I will just do this. So I'm gonna say npx React Native Community CLI latest init, and this will be playground 081. Yep. Install this. And it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna freeze. Honestly, like it happens every time when I stream. Even though I have a pretty powerful machine, it freezes all the time.
Yeah,
when I do this.
It's Node.js at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Is this a hot take?
Which one?
So like generally talking bad about Node.js because I'm not, so like honestly I'm not the biggest fan of Node.js because all the overhead that it brings, but yeah.
Who is talking well about Node.js?
Yeah, okay.
Well,
that's good.
Node.js is like one of those things that just exist, and Node.js is like a backbone of the whole ecosystem, and we are here because of Node.js, honestly. But it got so outpaced by other tools like Ban, right?
Ban.
And then Deno.
Yeah, I think so. But no
So,
one, so like, do you actually use Bun to do stuff?
I don't know. I use Yarn all the time.
Yeah, but like for like a runtime, do you ever like use Bun or Deno? Because
Not really, no.
yeah, me neither.
I'm using the defaults. Mostly, so what I would use at the client project is whatever it's there already. and
Obviously,
whatever
yeah.
is in the description of README of the project. When I'm starting something from scratch, I would probably just use the defaults because to like get it going, and
Yeah.
only if I'm working with someone that is like really interested in those kind of things and like knows about them enough to compel everyone to like to argue for better tooling, to like bring the better tooling. I know that those tools are better. It's just that I don't have the muscle memory for using them, and it's like faster for me to just use yarn and npm and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Plus, you can have weird problems from time to time.
So how did I name my project? Playground.
It was playground something.
So we're gonna open this here, and we have our project. And then, so how do I actually get it to run? So what we can do is we can first.
Yeah, try it.
Ooh. So I need to do this before POD install. Okay, so we already have it installed in the old way. So let's try to start it and then like time how long it starts actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you build it through Xcode, it's going to give you the exact timings, but then we have to make sure to delete all the cache for Xcode.
Yeah. So you see, this is that xed command that we learned last week.
Yeah, I'm also using it since. So
yeah,
this is an amazing command. Yeah.
Okay,
Also, like, if it sees like an Xe workspace file instead of an Xe proj file, it's automatically going to pick the Xe workspace. So that's amazing.
Yeah. And then playground. No, oh, okay. This is not the one. What? Okay, it's not other. It's live streams.
Yeah.
And then playground. And then I'm gonna do yarn start. Okay, and then so are you saying if I play this, if I run this through Xcode, I'm gonna have the exact time?
Yeah. Okay. So there's an option to run it with like advanced timings, but we don't really need to in this case because we just have to know how long it took to build everything.
Yeah. Okay, so I can probably just switch from this tab and like go back here, and then we'll go back and discuss that. Okay, so there are two limitations that we are already aware of and we working to resolve. In precompiled builds, you cannot debug and stop into React Native internals.
That sucks. So I think like this is
for
something
you.
That, yeah, probably. That's what I was going to say. It's like probably like going to affect 1% of its users, but like, so like my biggest concern is it's going to be like, so like once this becomes a default, meaning no one is building React Native from source anymore, there might be some issues if you want to build it from source, because right now everyone has to do this. So this is fully supported, but like in the future, they might require additional tooling just to build it from the source. So it's going to be hard for those who want to be actually using these features like breakpoints and stuff.
But what about the Android? If we were shipping Android as a binary for a long time now, like how did that impact your Android's abilities to debug native Android?
So I guess that's the weird thing. Like I haven't like really debugged the Android that much because I guess it was just like always more understandable code for me. So okay, so some context. If you are working on brownfield, sometimes you really need to take a look at React Native source code to understand what's happening. But I always find Android easier to look at, so I don't really attach a debugger. I just like go through the code and that's it. But for iOS though, it's like cryptic, so I have to use a debugger. I have to see what values are what. Plus Objective-C is not helping it a lot, so I have to use a debugger there.
Okay. What's with this? Okay, it is still building, so that's good, I guess. And then prebuilds are not supported in US Xcode. That's fine. I'm not using US Xcode. To use precompiled builds, set.
That's weird. Set the Swift enable explicit modules. So that's actually weird. This can actually affect some other stuff as well. If like it's already affecting React Native.
What do you mean? Like this flag?
Yeah. Okay, so they say that they'll address this in an upcoming patch release. Okay, so I think this is just a build setting that they have to.
Yeah, like probably again something that me and you discussed last week. That like new versions of Xcode have like different flag turned on. So like if we both like use different versions, we have to make sure that our build system is set up in the same way. And I'm not sure if you can see me, but I'm really a little bit choppy right now.
Yeah.
So like probably this will bring your Xcode setting to what it is for me already. Okay, I'm gonna actually check this. So Swift enable explicit modules.
You wanna do it the way I showed you?
Okay, we have it running.
Okay.
So where do I go to see the time?
Okay, so there are tabs. Yeah, the last tab, and then just select the build, and then it should say how long it took to build everything.
So a little less than. Okay, a little over 3 minutes.
So 200 seconds, it's okay.
203.
But now, yeah. So now we have to clean the cache. Do you have anything to clean drive data?
I have the settings, and I have the locations, and I have the derived data, and I have this. Is that enough?
You have to install Minisim by Elskar.
Oh, I have the Minisim, but
sometimes
it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
For some reason. Okay, and then I have to clean here, right?
Clean the build, yeah, clean the product folder as well, and yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna stop this.
Oh no, so it fails with repack
entirely, and then I'm gonna do. Okay, so this one I'm gonna stop as well, and I'm gonna do rm rf iOS pods.
Yeah.
And maybe the same for
the build
file log.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
that should be enough.
If you want to do this, we're gonna put those flags in. I'm not sure if bundle X is gonna work for me, honestly. Yeah, we need to be.
You have to call. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Normally you have to run bundle install, but if this works, that's fine.
Okay.
So I think
it's funny how like we had to say. So probably there is something in pod file, right, that expect this command.
If you want to take, okay, so if you want to go and see where this actually works, you have to go into node modules and into React Native itself.
Into pod file from node modules.
I think not the pod file, but there's a Ruby file in React Native /scripts, and the name was like Xcode pods or something like that.
Is it React Native or at React Native?
No, just a regular React Native.
Okay.
And then scripts. I think it was like, React Native pods.rb file.
Fucking React Native pods. This one.
Yeah, that file. So this is like the entry point for all the pods.
Okay, and we are looking for
something like that, most likely.
This.
Yeah. Nope. There's a high chance it doesn't exist in this file though.
Yeah.
So like I have React Native checked out in a folder in my computer, so I just like do a full text search when I have to debug this kind of stuff.
I can probably do the same.
Okay. Oh, but it's not gonna. Yeah, it has to index the node modules as well.
Files to include. So I'm gonna do node modules. Will it work? No.
I think you have to do another slash and then another asterisk.
That, like
this? And then another asterisk. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it doesn't work. One thing that you can try is deleting the gitignore file. Because, because probably VS Code.
Okay, let me do this maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Now the search should work, hopefully.
But the Git is huge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's not.
No. Doesn't want to work. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
And then we got some questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do. Look at the chat.
I tested the new version with npx Callstack repack init and it fails. Well, it came out just like a day ago or something, so give us some time.
Yeah.
But what is Callstack repack init? It initialized the repack version of repository?
I think it creates, yeah. I think like it generates everything that you need to be able to work with repack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I would imagine like repack might be changing some of the core React Native stuff, and that's the reason why. But yeah, no idea.
Repack.
Yeah, so it's good for module federation and super apps.
Is that the command that they want us to start with? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one will create the newest project. And does it like takes the newest version of React Native by default? Or do you have to specify?
I think you call this in your existing project. But I'm not sure.
No, this is a create new React Native project with repack.
So maybe they didn't like just add support yet, and that's the reason why.
Yeah, just like file the issue on the GitHub repository. I'm sure Jakub will be glad to have that information.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we installed the pods,
Which is
so
amazing.
I'm gonna do.
So wait, can you go through the log for pod install and like let's take a look if there's something weird.
Okay.
Like by weird I mean like, does it like log something else?
Meaning this.
Oh. Yeah, like. So like these look the same.
Yeah, nothing weird here.
Okay. Like for example, when you enable Ccache, it's gonna log some additional stuff. But in your case, it all looks the same.
This one. Fetching pod spec for prebuilt.
Oh, right. So, okay, so that's
so we
the
can go
difference.
here.
Yeah, let's take a look. So React Core has a bunch of stuff that React Native needs to run. And I guess like they just created a new pod just to be able to consume the pre-built one. I guess I think it should be in React Native itself, not here. And then probably if you go to, yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the, okay, so look at that. It says line 20, s.vendored frameworks, and that's how you declare a framework dependency in your pod, and that's going to be included by default.
Yeah, so
and
this is where magic happens.
Yeah, and then bad news for Brownfield, because if you want to use this, then that's just yet another dependency that you have to ship with your existing stuff. But I guess like you can still build it from the source, and it's always easier to just ship one less thing, right?
Okay, so now I'm gonna do XED iOS. I'm opening this project again. This time, so last time it took 203 seconds to build, and now I'm gonna click play and start Metro real quick. So 10 times faster. This should start in 20 seconds.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
Well, that's the promise from React Native website, right?
I think it should be like 10 times faster to build the React pod, not like the whole project.
Cutting compile times by 10 times.
Okay.
Are you calling Moti, Vitali,
No.
Gabriel, and Christian liars?
I'm just like having a hard time getting my head around this fact because like, does it like it should have been built by now, right?
It did.
Okay, so it actually. Oh,
It did it in fucking 22 seconds. That's 10
okay.
times faster.
So this is huge, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Okay, I was
huge.
wrong. Yeah, this
Like-
is huge then.
So you don't usually like start the new project with all the like caches clean and stuff like that. But I imagine sometimes on CI/CD maybe like you do that a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like cutting to shave 3 minutes off of your like build time, that's huge.
I think like even with derived data, it like sometimes still builds some React stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I guess that's how Xcode's build system worked, but I think this is amazing.
So then, like this is like the cold start, right?
Yeah,
22 seconds.
yeah.
So I'm gonna
No.
do it again, and now it should
Mhm.
start in 5 seconds. Like it
Hopefully.
should just boot up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that
did.
was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing.
It's like 7.3 seconds.
Okay, this is really good.
Yeah, this is nice. Thank you so
Do you want
much,
to also
guys.
enable Ccache and see how
Okay.
fast it works?
Okay,
So let's
na-
actually try to delete everything. But like for Ccache to work fast, we have to have 2 builds with Ccache enabled.
What do you mean? Oh, what? So, what?
Okay, so Ccache is a caching system, and we
Yeah.
have to first build a cache. So we have a warm cache for it to work the second time, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's just clean up everything again and then
Okay, teach me how to do it with Minisim.
Minisim. Yeah, just go in and then yeah, there should be like a button that says yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm stopping this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need this. I'm gonna clean this. And then how do I enable Ccache?
So first of all, we have to install it. Can you type Ccache for now? Yeah, so C and cache. That's it. Let's see if it's already here.
Nope.
Okay, so you can do brew install Ccache and yeah. That should be it, hopefully. So like
But is it a part of React Native or like this is something external
no, this
for
is
Xcode?
something huge. Not even for Xcode, like you can use this anywhere where you have C build, C++, Objective-C. It works pretty good with Clang, the Apple compiler.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like you just put it in front of the compiler and it automatically caches the stuff that it needs to. This is actually something amazing that I use all the time.
So like this is like multi paradigm, right? Like it's not only about like iOS or React Native. Like you
Definitely
can.
not. Yeah.
How is it external to all of those like build systems, and like still able to
Yeah.
cache it?
So let me explain it. Again, to build everything, Apple uses something called Clang. You've probably heard of it. It's the LLVM compiler. And then like you just put Ccache just in front of your compiler and it understands automatically everything that's passed to it and just works fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And it stands for compiler cache, not like C cache.
Yeah, when you said Ccache, I was thinking, okay, maybe something with
just for
C.
C.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it is C and C++.
It's actually something similar with GCC. People think that like GCC is GNU C compiler. In reality, it's GNU compiler collection. So like the C, yeah. The
Okay.
C confuses everyone.
So right now I have this project installed with precompiled iOS. So should I install it without precompiled iOS?
I would just give it a try with everything enabled. Right
with
now.
everything enabled. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to the pod file because that's how we enable this Ccache stuff.
Oh, we need to add it.
Just a single line, and that's it.
Okay.
It says like line 32. It says so like there's a line. You just have to uncomment that line, and that's it. It literally says Ccache enabled. True. And that's it.
So this
Yeah.
is like included almost by default by React Native. I
It is.
wonder when did it happen, and like was it announced anywhere in the blog post?
It was. I think it happened in like 7.2 or something. Or
Okay,
5.2.
we'll look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I
So-
need to do the
Pod install in. Yeah. And then it's gonna tell you that Ccache was enabled in the logs here. So let's just take a look. Yeah, so look at that. It says Ccache found at opt homebrew Ccache.
Where? Okay.
So that's gonna mean. So this is gonna mean it's gonna work.
Okay. So I'm starting the yarn start, and I'm gonna do the.
I think it's gonna take 20 seconds again because we have to build up some cache the first time we run it, right?
Okay.
So then
Starting.
like once it builds, I guess we can clean everything again and just give it another try.
That's why I wanted to try it out with the precompiled iOS disabled, right? So that like we can see the bigger difference. Okay, so like it did it in 20 seconds, so like comparable to
same.
the first time. And
Yeah.
now for the second time, we are hoping to see better than 7 seconds.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But 7 seconds is it didn't. It went in 8. Because like it's
Okay.
already such a small number, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think like it's just mostly checking stuff, not compiling anything. So
Yeah.
I think like only the linker runs at this part and not the compiler. So
Do you want to test something else as well?
So now let's try cleaning the derived data, and then let's try building it again. Because now we have Ccache with its form.
Oh, yes,
Right.
because Ccache is not in the raw data. It's like in this
No.
own separate thing.
So it's in home, developer, caches, Ccache, or something like that. If you want to see what Ccache has, you can do, let me look up the comment. So if you run Ccache-s, it's going to tell you how much cache you have.
S?
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't.
What's that?
Yeah, so like that's the cache that I think
But
you
it
have
didn't
no
cache
cache for
anything.
now. I don't know why. Like on my screen, there's like a lot of cache. It says like 87%.
Listen,
or something.
maybe
But no,
this
you're still building
precompiled
some.
iOS is like precompiled already, so it has nothing to cache.
What? Oh, so like you mean? What we can try is we can try to add a third-party dependency to React Native, like linear gradient or something like that, or like React Native SVG reanimated that has some native code, and then we should be able to see the benefit of Ccache with those, because like those are not coming pre-compiled for sure. Yeah, I think reanimated would work the best.
Yeah, that's the biggest library that I know of that like has a lot of native dependencies, native code.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's amazing that it's like 20 seconds, but like still, the third-party dependencies are things that you have to compile yourself. At least that's what I think so.
Yeah, like, and they specify this in the blog post as well.
Yeah. Okay.
They
So
say,
that's cool.
fuck. They say, projects where React Native is the primary dependency. And then in this blog post from last week that we read, we found that this reduced clean build times from our testing from about 120 to 10 seconds, while you are unlikely to see 10x build time improvement in your app due to the number of other dependencies in most apps that needs to be compiled. Meaning like this, like, so what I would probably like guess is that this is not about like 10xing. It's about this specific number. It's about around like 150 milliseconds of the time that it takes to just compile React Native. So it's not like about 10xing your build time, it's about shaving off those like 2 minutes approximately.
Most likely, yeah.
So I have this. Do I need to run the pod install again?
Yeah, you have to, because we added like a new dependency.
Yeah. So this.
Yeah. Now, oh my god. Oh, so we probably need our dependencies.
Yeah. React Native worklets. That's dependency of reanimated for now. They excluded worklets from reanimated to its own separate package so that you can use it separately. At the same time, you need to install it for reanimated. So
I think that's so smart. Yeah. What was Kevin's take about this fact that you have to install separately?
I'm not sure. So we talked about worklets a month ago, maybe.
Okay.
It's such a powerful tool, the worklets directive.
Right.
So
now it's working. Okay, cool.
And like installing pods, it's not the build step. The build is happening in Xcode when I click play, right? So like this is the first run of the cache. So let's check. So I have 0 cache right now.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do xed dot. And then I'm gonna do. Should I?
Okay. No, let's try building, because we're gonna build reanimated anyway, right?
Yeah. And I suspect like this will take 30 seconds or something, because like the first 8 already failed. Okay, let me show you what I learned from you last week, how to debug the build issues here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. So I'm here. I'm gonna go to errors only.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here.
Oh my
and now
God.
I can see what's going on.
Problem is, linker failed.
What?
Which is a huge pain in the ass. So when linker fails, it's
Okay. You know what? I know why this happened.
Yeah, I didn't read the docs.
Yeah, because I tried to do it by hand, like just like using my fingers, and how you install apps, how you install libraries in React Native, is you follow the instructions. Okay, so that's the. I don't need this.
No.
I need this.
I'm not sure actually. No.
I don't need Bubble for Xcode.
Yeah, you don't need that one.
And I don't need this as well.
Definitely not. Can you actually try? Let's try cleaning the drive data, and then let's see if it works. And if that still doesn't work, what we can do is we can try to opt out of the pre-built stuff and see if it works.
Ooh.
Yeah, because so this is a linker problem, and it happens when you don't build something, or right when you try to build something twice, or you don't build something, the linker problem happens, right? So let's see.
Library not found. Like what I would do is I would like nuke everything, like build the clean the build folder. Okay, so I'm gonna just clean this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Clean it. Close it, because Xcode doesn't like to have the code or settings change from external sources while you have the Xcode open.
Yeah, Xcode doesn't like it.
I'm gonna clear the Xcode derived data again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do pod install again.
Yeah, but you have.
I need to do the. This one.
Yeah. And then now everything should be clean
and new.
Yeah, this should work this time. Can you actually take a look at Ccache?
0.
Okay, there's no cache yet.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do xed.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna do play. Let's see. You know what? That might be the same thing as in like Repack, right? Like the React Native 081 is pretty new.
Mm.
And maybe something just doesn't work with reanimated yet. But like it started to build right now pretty longer. So maybe.
Yeah, but it only happens in the linker stage, which is like the very end of everything, right?
Okay.
So
like at 25 second.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Look at this icon. I've never seen this icon, I guess.
So that's generally for data erase bugs, which are like which are amazing to solve.
Okay, I have the worklets and reanimated. So we should be good now.
Okay.
Succeeded. Cool.
So yeah, drag data was a problem, right?
Yeah, some of it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to do is, where do I go now to? So that was 70 seconds.
Okay, so it means like reanimated itself adds something like 50 seconds to the build process. When you
and
don't
then
have any.
The Ccache should be full.
Hopefully. No.
Kurwa mać. What's going on?
Can you try like a new tab of terminal or something? Maybe that's a problem. And then I don't understand why it doesn't work. And then like you should be actually using Ccache. Maybe we can take a look at the build output and see if like it actually used the Ccache.
Listen, okay, this is not part of this conversation.
Okay. Sure.
What's important is let's wrap up this section.
Okay.
We checked this and it works. Congrats, React Native team. Like amazing job, guys. Yeah, huge achievement. We are shaving off like 2 minutes from each build. That's great.
Which is like amazing, because think about everyone who is building React Native apps and
and like at the same time you broke Ccache. So I guess some good, some bad in this release.
Yeah. I think Ccache is still working, but something is wrong with your machine right now that I can't figure out. Yeah.
Maybe. Let's go to another announcement. So that was the experimental. So let's go from bottom to top. Community maintained JavaScript core support.
This was long upcoming.
So as we announced last year, support for JavaScript core engine has moved to a community maintained package that is released separately from React Native itself. In React Native 081, we are removing the built-in version of JavaScript core, JSC. All apps that require JSC should now use the community package in order to upgrade, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm not sure if you are old enough for this, but I remember in like olden days of React Native development that I actually manually was bumping the JSC version in Android in order to make it work better, because like React Native was shipped with this like old version of JSC, and like I'm not sure if we were using like external JSC or whatever, but like I'm actually remember that we were bumping the version up.
Definitely, I'm not that old, first of all. I think that's only for Android, right? Because iOS ships it.
iOS has its own.
Yeah. And do you know who maintains this JavaScript core?
I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
Okay. I see Oscar. I see Kudo. I see Ozeric. I see Sebastian. Sebastian is the guy from React Native this week in React. I see Nicola Corti. I see Saad from Microsoft and Kacper from Callstack. So two people from Callstack, 2 people from Microsoft. No, is Kudo from Microsoft or from Expo?
I have no idea.
I think Kudo is from Expo.
Yeah.
And where do I see it? Fuck, I don't know.
Expo.
Where do you see it?
In the bio. It's a.
Oh yeah.
It says Debugging
okay.
Expo.
So yeah.
So like again, I don't see why you even need to use JavaScript core for Android at least, but for iOS it's definitely sometimes valuable to use.
But would you have to use like this fork, like this repository?
I think it's just a dependency and not like a. So yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to enable everything, right?
Okay.
I definitely wouldn't use JavaScript core on Android for like any reason, but for iOS, it sometimes helps, right? Like I think shipping Hermes on iOS adds like 20 megabytes to the app size, so if you have like problems with that, then JavaScript core might help. But like still, I don't know who would use JavaScript core.
But yeah, I remember. I think we were discussing this on React Native Core Contributors Summit.
Yeah.
Last year, about like JSC moving to the separate package.
I think so.
By the way, are you coming to the Contributors Summit this year?
Not to the I don't know. I'm definitely going to be coming to the React
conference
conf, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dobra. Okay. Let's move on as well. So that's that. And then SafeAreaView deprecation. The built-in SafeAreaView components was originally designed to provide limited iOS-only support. I remember. So it was the iPhone X, iPhone 10 that got us into this mess. And at the time, like there were a bunch of different packages trying to work with that notch. And then like it got. I honestly don't know like what is the issue with SafeAreaView and like what is better at SafeArea context. Do you know like what is the difference?
First of all, one works, the other doesn't.
one is deprecated, the other is recommended.
Yeah. I think the existing one doesn't support edge-to-edge on Android. That's the problem. Plus, so there's React Native SafeArea context has some hooks that give you everything that you need, and I just like it better.
Like
also, use SafeArea insets and other stuff like that.
Yeah. So API reference, SafeArea provider, listener, view.
I think this is a dependency for React navigation, if I'm not mistaken. So like everyone has this installed anyway, right?
Okay. I think SafeArea context gives more control. Yeah, like I like.
And then let's also like go over the comments for a second. Like we got So Mr. I don't want to say old, but you mentioned the "are you old enough" stuff. So can you explain this why? Because I don't know why.
Why do you think we only have this precompiled iOS now? Why not before at the very beginning of React Native? Yeah, I don't know. Like because. This was a surprise to me that we don't have it, and like I don't understand the like inner workings of like iOS compilation anyway. So it wasn't like I didn't think about this fact because like it just stood as ages old truth that iOS is just building a lot. Like it takes time to build iOS. Like we all agreed that this is the reality, and I wasn't myself like looking into how to make it faster. I didn't understand like the frameworks part of it. I didn't understand the pods part of it. Like I was just using it, and like whenever I had to like debug something, I got to learn something about, let's say, the profiling, the provisioning profiles and dev certificates and all of that. And iOS ecosystem is like complicated enough so that like I didn't recognize this as an issue. And then the fact that Android was pre-built, I understood this fact only when I started looking into this, that iOS is going to be pre-built as well. And I guess like this is something that wasn't just prioritized, right?
I think the same. And then like there was another challenge. I think that was about the code gen. Like code gen had some problems with pre-building everything, so they had to do some new features for code gen as well. So it did require some work, and I guess it wasn't just prioritized, but it like makes a huge difference though. But the problem is the React Native team expects everyone to be using something like Expo, and then like if you are like Expo is pretty smart about when to build, right? So maybe that's why it wasn't a huge priority for them so far.
Yeah.
And then we had yet another question. Does precompiled build only work with the new architecture? That's an amazing question. Does React Native still support the old architecture?
It doesn't.
Okay, so that's a yes.
I think like in this, right, in 080, freezing legacy architecture.
But like freezing in like they're not going to accept any more contributions, but you should be able to still use it. So they didn't completely remove the support.
Oh, we are still allowing users to opt out of the new architecture.
Yeah, so you just add some stuff to the pod file and that's it. Also on Android settings.gradle.
Yeah, let's check. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
I have just the person to do it with me. So I'm gonna comment this out.
Sure.
And then where is the new architecture?
It's not in the pod file. It's an environment flag. It was RCT new arc enabled. You just set it to false or like 0.
So I do
RCT.
export.
Oh yeah, that also works. New arc enabled equals to 0, and that should be it.
Do you have any idea how to check it when we build it, that it worked?
I think it doesn't build Fabric this way, but yeah, I'm not quite sure.
So do I do pod install now?
I have one idea. Yeah, let's make a pod install, and then Metro tells you if it's old architecture or not, so we can just look at Metro.
Okay, export didn't work because I need to do just this.
Yeah, just that part.
Reanimated requires new architecture to be enabled. Okay, so we know now that it worked, right? So I'm gonna do yarn remove.
I think so. I never ran this command before.
Yarn remove. Okay, let's do this. Yarn.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And then we had yarn add as well.
Yeah.
For worklets. So. What about reanimated?
There we go.
Okay, and now we're gonna do.
Yeah, just pod install in. We know that it's for old architecture.
Yeah. Fuck, but I didn't do the flags again. Like I feel that those flags should be in pod file.
Yeah, let's just add them to the pod file. It's like simple enough actually.
Really?
Yeah. It is really simple.
Okay, so this is this. Okay. So how do I add them?
Okay, so you do all capital ENV.
Where?
Of the file.
On which line?
Like the top, just the top. Like the first line maybe. Yeah, so env, all capital. And then do an array index. Yeah, just like that. No. Yeah, so those two have to be separate calls, and that's it.
Yep. I'm learning so much today.
Oh,
Thank you so
so
much.
this was just a trick that we used in Bob to make sure. So like now, since this is opt-in, and then I think it has to be a string. So the first line where you just make it equal to 1 doesn't work. It has to be a string. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do the architecture as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is so cool. I'm learning so much.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can just do pod install again.
Finally.
Do you know why React Native doesn't want me to do pod install like straight up like this, but
so
using the what is it? This Ruby file, the gem, the
so that's
installer.
Yeah, so that's for dependency management. They just want to make sure you have all the necessary Ruby dependencies to run pod install. That's just the reason why. So bundle install is going to install some Ruby dependencies for you, and that's why they just want you to use it instead. But actually, they actually don't want you to use that one either. Now, they don't want you to call pod install manually because that's going to be removed soon, right?
Yeah, that's deprecated as well.
Yeah. So
it says right here, right?
yeah, just don't call it manually and just hit yarn iOS.
Ooh, so I should be calling yarn iOS without pod install? Like,
Yeah,
so what happens under the hood?
So it installs the pod still, but the premise is once they drop Cacao pods and switch to something new, that something new being something unknown,
Okay.
it's gonna just call it automatically when it's time to do so.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So I cleared the
Yeah, it should be
things,
enough.
and then okay, so we expect this to build in 20 something seconds for the first time.
Exactly.
That will mean that it works in both new and old architectures.
Yeah, but then like they would still need to ship two different. So okay, the thing is, if you say like okay, it just built. So
It did
you
it.
can just
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's like it's old architecture and it built it.
So it works.
Do you know how to check if it's new architecture, old architecture?
You can take a look at Metro once it connects, and it should say that.
But Metro probably connected. Oh, it does. It didn't connect. Okay, so it's here. Yep, Metro.
I cannot see it. Wait, why did it not work? Yeah, okay.
Oh.
What?
What?
Oh yeah, you just have to run it again. I think that's the problem. So in old architecture, in the new architecture it says bridgeless in Metro logs, and that's the biggest difference.
It doesn't say bridgeless here.
Can you hit J so you can see the dev tools? Yeah, so the first line should say if it's
RTC bridge.
yeah, so
RCT
React
bridge. Yeah.
so React bridge exists, that means it's running on the old architecture.
So Yusuf, we answered that question.
So it's a yes, it works with old architecture as well.
Yeah. And now I fucking know how to put those flags into pod. Like, okay, one other thing that we do a lot on this live stream, not with you because like you are walking encyclopedia, but like me and Kevin, because we are dumb, we ask Perplexity about a lot of things. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna like research this. So I'm gonna say, where is it? Where is it? Here.
The last one.
I'm gonna say, here is the new command from React Native to install pods. How do I move those flags from command to pod file?
Yeah, so we're just benchmarking me now. Oh, so it just searches some stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It should be able to come up with the answer because
Yeah.
yeah,
It did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice. Okay. What else? So that was the So we covered experimental builds, community maintained, SafeArea, and then Android 16 support.
Yeah.
Okay. How old is Android 16?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's ask Perplexity actually.
Yeah.
But I think to enable this, they had to enable something called page size support. So if your native library depends on C++ code, you have to do some actions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Well,
it's like
so like it's all it's more than 1 year old. Like because like it doesn't say that we are starting supporting Android. It's not Android 16 support, honestly. It's like Android 16 by default.
oh, so it's just a target. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, that was the difference. Also, now they dropped, so you have to use edge to edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the biggest difference, I guess, for user side.
So I guess this support here means that we are supporting it fully because like earlier we were opting out of some feature, right? And now like we are supporting it fully. I guess that's what they mean by that. Predictive bug gesture? What is predictive bug gesture?
So I have
what's
no
predictive
idea,
about it? What?
I think it predicts whether you want to go to the previous screen, the app, or to the home screen or something like that, or like the previous app. Honestly, I'm not using an Android phone, so I don't know. But
yeah, I stopped using Android phone like 2 years ago. But before that, it was my daily driver for a lot of time. I was using Pixels all the time and Nexuses and OnePluses.
Pixels are great though. Yeah,
they are. Yeah. Okay. So predictive bug gesture require blah blah blah. Yeah, I'd have to like read up on that because like I don't understand.
We can ask the Perplexity.
You're getting it.
Yeah. So it's just a lazy mode, right?
Predictive. And I don't even have to spell it correctly.
Sure.
A navigation feature introduced in recent version of Android, starting with Android 13, enabled by default. Let's user preview the destination. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like when I start bug gesturing, I can actually see where I would end up and I can just like close the bug gesture. I don't have to like continue with it.
Yeah. I think also like
user can decide to complete the gesture or cancel it. That's nice. That's actually pretty great.
It is, yeah. So previously it was just like playing as the hardware back button, which just brings you back to the
That's great.
Which is good. Yeah, it is great, but like apps have to adapt to this one, which is
like
fun.
I wonder how. Oh, but I guess this is like provided in React Navigation already.
Most likely, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Like probably because I'm not using Android phone. You know what? Like I was thinking about like. Our job as React Native developers like requires us to know both ecosystems, and maybe it would be actually good for us for our daily work to like use one phone 1 week and then the other phone the next week. So like switch the phones and like have the and like use all of the apps. Like don't rely on your iPhone to do everything and then just using like Android phone for a week forcibly. Like just do everything on that one device. Like just hide the other one to like know the ecosystem. Because like the notifications, they work a little bit different.
They do, yeah.
Like all of those small things like this back gesture, like apparently it works a little bit different.
Yeah. There are a lot of differences now. I think in the past like it wasn't this big, the feature gap, but now like Android and iOS are differently whole beasts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I guess this is something that you mentioned.
Yeah,
Starting
so that's
November 1st, Google Play submissions must meet the 16 kilobytes page size requirement for native binaries.
So I'm not that deep enough to know what this is into how, ELF files work, but I know that this is something the libraries are going to be affected by. So if you have a React Native library that's using C++ code, one example would be, I guess, like MMKV is most likely using C++, so those kind of libraries are going to be affected by this. And I guess it's just a flag that you have to change, but that like you still have to do something. And then this was an Android change, not a React Native one. So
Yeah.
Like, enabling performance improvements, right? Yeah. Okay, so it says the ELF alignment internal struct matches. I'm somewhere. Okay. 16 kilobytes. Right. I don't know what this means. I got no idea what this means. I'm probably gonna learn about it this week because it got my attention, but yeah.
Okay.
Again, something to do with C++.
Let me know.
Okay.
And then that's all from the biggest highlights. And if we scroll down, then we have the breaking changes. So minimum node bumped. Okay, that's fine. Minimum Xcode bumped. This somehow, like Xcode versions, and like you told me this last week, so I know now, but like for my whole React Native career, which is like probably like 8 years or something, I've always struggled with like Xcode versions. I would have like few different Xcode versions on my machine. Like I tried not to install Xcode through App Store. Instead, I've always installed binaries from like Apple development website. I don't want like anything to bump the Xcode for me. I want to be the one that actually agrees on that. And then like if you work in one project, that's fine. But then if you have like if you were working on like 4 different projects at the same time, they will all require different
Exactly. Again, like different versions of Xcode also like ship with different Swift compilers and like Clang compilers, which all like conflict with each other. So what I use though is I don't use the Apple Dev website. I use something called Xcodes.
Xcode.
Just a terminal program, and it just installs it for you automatically. Yeah, that's it. Just Xcodes.
Xcode CLI.
The first one, yeah. This is working amazingly if you wanna. And then like it also supports beta versions, so I was able to.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, this is cool. So just keep this in mind if you want to switch Xcode and don't want to deal with a lot of things yourself.
You know what? Like usually right after the stream, I stay a little bit longer to like write up some notes and like post what we were discussing on Twitter and then have something to change the description under the YouTube video. I need to have all of those cards open after this discussion because I'm gonna forget. But like this is such a like gold mine of like small development utilities that like you can use to streamline your development process.
Exactly. Yeah. So like I'm obsessed with these kind of stuff, so that's why like
Yeah.
yeah.
Metro, better support for advanced configuration in community CLI projects. Metro now respects the resolve request and get modules run before main module options if you specify blah blah blah. Okay, so that's specifically not for Expo but for CLI. Previously setting them would have no effect if you have custom values for those options. Okay, do you know those options?
No. Maybe
get
like
modules run before main module. So like this is self-explanatory.
I think it is. You're right.
But why would it be in Metro docs and not get respected.
Yeah, exactly right.
So like I get that like Metro is not only for React Native, but like Metro is specifically for it was built specifically for React Native, right?
So what I'm thinking is like, because it says like run before the main module, we have to think like what runs the JavaScript itself actually, and that would be like React Native itself. So maybe that's why React Native had to do some changes just to support this feature. Because if something is going to run JavaScript, that's React Native, not anything else, right?
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Explain. Oh, this one takes a while.
Yeah.
If you added custom resolve request,
Yeah,
custom
that's
module resolution logic, okay.
Okay, so I guess like that's useful if you want to replace a module or something. Yeah, most likely. So let's say you don't want to patch something, but you want to replace a module with another one that you have. That would be useful, I guess. Yeah,
Well,
and then
it
like
doesn't like this doesn't explain anything. It just
yeah.
adds more words
Yeah.
to already like cryptic explanation. It just like blows up the cryptic explanation to be like 3 times longer and doesn't provide any detail.
I think if we want to understand this, we have to take a look at the docs, but not sure
Yeah.
if I'm interested in
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Improved reporting of uncaught JavaScript errors. Okay, so that's nice. React Native
Wait.
DevTools now show the original message and stack trace. That's great. If you're logging, blah, blah, blah. Then run serializable state and C++ flag. Introduce a macro.
Serializable state for components. Okay, but like what does this do?
This seems like a big deal, but like I'm not educated enough to.
Can you click on that how React Native Screens has set up this? Yeah, let's take a look. So,
Do you want to see the files?
oh my God, there are so many. You can search for like this environment value, and I guess we can take a look at what's new.
So that was rn underscore. Nope.
I don't know.
What was it?
Yeah, it was rn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nope.
I love this.
Not here. Not in pod file log. In patches maybe.
Yeah. So like macros are
okay,
generally...
so you wouldn't be able to do this anymore in precompiled React Native, right?
I don't know what. So okay, yeah, that's for
so
sure.
like if you have changes in patch file, patch package to your like.
But again, like this is only for the example app, so they can like just opt out, right? The library itself is not hacking React Native, but some libraries actually do hack the pod files to do some fixes. I guess that would change soon.
What's the diff here? Yarn lock, okay.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, now.
Find it here.
Still nothing. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Then other breaking changes. Some classes are internal. Shouldn't be accessed. Okay, this is such a implementation detail, right? Like native prop went from text attribute to paragraph attribute. Like we can still probably use this is still accessible from JavaScript.
It's good that they let us know about this though.
Like from your perspective, right?
Yeah,
from
from
perspective
my
of Brownfield.
Or like native libraries use those stuff sometimes.
Okay, and then upgrade helper, blah blah blah. Ooh.
Yeah. Let's
So-
maybe like check what's new in the upgrade helper with this version. Let's see if we have to add something crazy. Yeah, this should work. Look at all the community dependencies, the CLI and stuff. Other than
Okay, so now I guess in the template file we will have this.
that makes sense, right? Because the
Yeah.
default screen has to
Area
have
safe
this.
area view is deprecated. So
Yeah.
let's see if we actually have this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
It's good that they ship this by default though.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have choose not to, so it's good.
Okay. Now, yeah, in the app TSX, safe area provider.
So that might be potentially a problem if you don't know what it stands for, and if you accidentally remove that provider, then it's not gonna work.
Well, like you have it here, right? So like instead of
You do.
like one file earlier,
Yeah.
like one component, you have two separate components in the same file. So you have app, and then like you import app contents, and then like you use the hook from safe area provider.
But like imagine you don't want this app.tsx file to be this complicated, so you just like remove some stuff, and you can pretty easily remove that one as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I hope that no one is gonna get affected by that.
What I don't like about it is that in order to use the hook, you have to
Yeah,
be
you
in
have
the
to-
next component, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. For build script in that's the versions. So that's the Android change. That's the
Yeah.
Android 16 API 36 change.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this allows edge to edge, and the edge to edge is false, like by
What the-
default.
That's weird though. Didn't they say it's enabled by default now?
Yeah, let's see. Why do I have this? Where is it? It's here.
No, that's for Android. That's okay.
But
okay, they don't say anything about this. Okay.
okay. We are also adding a new Gradle property, edge to edge enable,
which
to
is
let you
cool.
choose if you wish to enable edge to edge on all Android versions.
So previously you had to put this into your main application, just had to call a function called enable edge to edge, but it's amazing that they added this to Gradle. So like if you want to use something like React Native Edge to Edge, which is a library that helps you a lot working with those kind of apps, I think it's just much easier to just integrate with that library.
Okay.
And then maybe we can actually take a look at that library too, because it was like such news when it's the second link. Yeah, this one.
Effortlessly enable edge to edge display in React Native, allowing your Android v6 and above app content to flow seamlessly beneath the system bars.
So this library A enables edge to edge for you. B gives you API so you can see like a SafeAreaView replacement.
So you wouldn't need the safe area anymore?
So this library had its own primitives for SafeArea, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it had like something called system bars, so you could change the color of the SafeArea stuff. So yeah, maybe like you still need the SafeArea though. It's not a replacement. It's just there so you can change the color and do some other stuff. And then now Expo uses this under the hood, if I'm not mistaken, if you want to use the status bar component from Expo itself. But have to look it up. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we wrap up so we spent hour and a half almost talking about new React Native, but that's great. Like that's why we're here for.
Yeah, I guess that would be the biggest headline. So
Let's do something fun now.
okay.
I promise I haven't looked at this beforehand. So, spot the bug. Okay, so like we only have to spot the bug here. What's the bug? So we have class person. Oh, I hate those JavaScript riddles where you have like classes versus prototypes.
Yeah.
So in constructor we assign to this. Then in get full name we do this. In set full name we do and then we have employee that extends person and then we do the title and salary and then we call super and then we do this title and this salary and then we do get employee info and I guess like this will not be
It's on the chat. This is like such a bad one.
the new keyword. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have the new.
Yeah. I was like looking like crazy at all those lines and
yeah. Let's see. Bunch of issues. Fair, we're not validating any type. Second is probably not a great idea to mutate.
That's not a bug though. Yeah, so like name is being mutated, but
third, look, this one is actually a bug. We need to pass to the super here. We have to pass the
First
parameters from this.
Yeah, but again, your ID will tell you about this. So.
And fourth, because automatic silicon are playing will turn undefined. Yeah, new keyword. Like that's the biggest one. Yeah. And the most obvious one.
But like again, like there's no logic bug here. It's all syntax, not like actual.
Yeah, it's usually is syntax. Like, maybe not. Sometimes it's the logic.
Okay. Like logical bugs, those are harder to work.
Congrats, Ryan. Okay. So let's look at the bytes this week. CSS Panda Monium goes stable. CSS in JS is the kind of blah blah blah. Okay, so like this is some kind of CSS in JS library.
Yeah, I seen this, but
they have a great logo.
They do.
And then styling, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Ooh, so this is like different CSS in JS. Oh, okay, sorry. Maybe that's so, but styled components is also CSS in JS, right? It's just like a different.
I think like this library is trying to be like Tailwind. So look at that, like you just pass class name, so it's just like utility classes, so it's faster. I think that's like the biggest pro with this library.
So that's style functions, then style props. What?
So no, you just pass everything like props, not like use that class name, instead just pass.
But look, directly. Like here we have divs and like the proper HTML, and here we have like different
stacks
components.
So they're your own components.
Yeah, styled system JSX, but like this is something that, And then style recipes. Okay.
Yeah, CSS and JS. I don't know. Like to me, it feels like anything that's not Tailwind is not gonna get too much attraction.
Yeah. Me too.
Let me give you a valid reason. AI is not good at those libraries that are not popular enough. So adoption is like pretty hard. So like get adoption is
Did you get this like tweet from last week when I think the Tailwind creator said, I'm sorry that we put all of those colors in Tailwind 5 years ago and
Yeah,
now all the web
purple
looks like
colors.
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
AI just like using this default template and like think it's nice.
Yeah, so like all the AI generated websites uses like purple by default most of the time.
Do you remember
Who was that? I don't know.
who is the creator of Andy Worf? Adam. I got the initials correctly, so
Yeah.
I said Andy Worf and it's Adam Watton.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. But I don't know where is his. But
Yeah.
it might have not been him who said that on the Twitter. So let's see. Yeah, maybe it wasn't him, but someone said that on Twitter, and like I
Yeah.
guess someone that is attached to
Tailwind core team.
to Tailwind somehow.
Oh, wait.
Oh yes, it's here.
We found it.
I'd like to formally apologize for making every button in Tailwind UI background Indigo 5 years ago, leading to every AI-generated UI on Earth also being Indigo.
Yeah. At least it looks good. It's not something like super ugly color. Looks decent enough. But
That's such a like good tweet, honestly. Like I did something 5 years ago and I didn't think it's gonna have so much impact. Like not only that everyone, like a lot of people are using Tailwind, obviously, and like AI is using Tailwind, but every color on the web is now like the same. Almost.
the defaults of Tailwind. Yeah, exactly. Because no one is changing those.
It's amazing. Okay, bytes. So I don't want to talk about CSS Panda. Let's go later. That's sponsored. That's Riddle and Coolbit. Okay, something about Oracle.
Oh wait, this might be important.
This season of Better Cordol just
okay. So if you don't know what's happening here, Oracle owns the trademark JavaScript, so you can't really use JavaScript as a term on your product legally. So Node.js's creator, who has also created Deno, Ryan, I think
Ryan
he sued. Yeah, I think he sued Oracle because they are not using the Oracle JavaScript trademark, so they shouldn't be allowed to keep it anymore. And that was like a lawsuit from like last year or something like that.
Oracle just filed an answer to our petition to cancel JavaScript trademark that denied or abandoned and denied it.
Yeah, so but it is pretty abundant because they don't do anything with JavaScript.
We're not gonna read that. You know what?
It's not purple enough.
Let's do.
Oh my god.
No, but like, what's this website?
Let me turn on the lights just a second.
What is this? Okay. Explain.
Oh my god.
It looks like you've passed the full text of Oracle America. Formal answer to US trademark trial and appeal board, blah, 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 where Deno is challenging Oracle's trademark, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so they just denied it. And obviously they would. I mean, you wouldn't expect them to not deny it, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's good that like this lawsuit is going on.
But like this is nice. Admissions. Oracle admits undisputed factual points. JavaScript is used by millions of developers worldwide. Yeah, 2 of them right here. TC39 exists. Is part of ECMA International and maintains, blah, blah, blah. At the time of filing, JavaScript TM displayed a letter to Oracle. These admissions are limited and carefully worded to avoid agreeing with any
Obviously,
claim.
yeah.
Denials.
Yeah.
Oracle denies that there is a broad industry and public consensus that the term JavaScript is generic.
Oh my god.
Why?
Even my grandma will know what JavaScript is.
Yeah. And also, like I I don't know any like legal terms, right? But like JavaScript language and like the specification, like I know that there exists a specification of JavaScript, but like in our minds, JavaScript is this like it's generic, right? So like you have the JavaScript like languages that run on Photoshop and that run in like G Suite, in Google documentation or whatever, right? They don't call it JavaScript, they call it G-script or whatever, but it is JavaScript, like.
Yeah. Good thing that we have TypeScript now, and we can just call it TypeScript, not something else like this.
Denies most of Deno's narrative about the term being public domain or well, blah, 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 any allegations.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect something else from them. So it's good. But like, it's good that there's progress on this matter. That's for sure.
So what does it mean? Trying to have trademark cancelled. Oracle is protecting. The case will proceed with discovery. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a low case that's just.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Let's do this. Tell me a joke about this. Why did Oracle bring an attorney to defend JavaScript at the TTAB? Because they heard that without representation, ticks migrate null and void. Yeah, that's actually nice. That's actually nice.
That's so bad. Oh my God. Yeah, it was nice.
No, but like null and void, I remember this from like watching some like chord dramas. Explain null and void terms in a legal context.
Yeah.
Legal. Yeah, has no legal effect or validity.
Okay, so that's a good one. Different meanings. Okay, I like it.
I'm gonna post it.
Sure.
I'm gonna post it on Twitter, and I'm gonna get sued by Perplexity for using their intellectual property.
Yeah, it's not their intellectual property. They scrape the web to generate the data. So
fuck, like all of those things. When, like, when I hear that there is a case in court in US, like
for ChatGPT,
like I'm not sure if for ChatGPT, I think is one of the Meta's AIs or like Google's AIs that they used this like pirate engine for books, and they scraped all of the books without the consent and without paying for them, and the court ruled that this was like fair use, like this was okay. And I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy. And
so
like
I think the problem there is US wants to win in the AI war, so they have this like a whole narrative of like, we don't want to get behind, so
everything goes.
Like flex the law a bit to just make sure these cases pass through.
Imagine like if we did the same, if we just go to the is Pirate Bay still a thing?
It should be
either Pirate Bay or well, like one of the other torrent sites, and like we start downloading things.
It's a huge problem.
And then like a huge corporation, like billions and trillions of dollars, they
Disney
can just
does that.
Scrape the web and like don't not even get punished for this, but get the ruling from court that this was fine, that this was okay to do. Oh, it's crazy for me.
Yeah.
You know why I wanted to tell a joke about this? Because I'm pretty already beat up. It's almost 7 for me. It's 8 for you, right?
It is.
It's 8 o'clock. So let's maybe just do like 1 or 2 more, and we will call it a day. This one, I don't understand this move. So GitHub is moving Microsoft into Microsoft CoreAI team, and as far as I agree that GitHub has a lot of like AI functionality with the Copilot, right? But like is Copilot a part of GitHub or a part of VS Code? And like GitHub itself has nothing to do with AI almost. Like it's this system of storing repositories and also like more and more like being project management tool almost.
Actually, no. So, okay. Copilot belongs to GitHub, that's for sure, because that's who you have to pay to get it, right? You don't pay like for Microsoft. So like you don't like see a Microsoft paycheck if you want to pay for Copilot. But the difference is that GitHub now has all those AI features, like AI can review code for you. There's also this agent node that writes code for you. I guess like that's why now GitHub like has a lot of AI features. So it's not really like a project management tool anymore, or like right. So like they shifted the focus to AI.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure. Because that's the new
still
big thing.
It's still a little surprising, disappointing. I remember when Microsoft took over GitHub, like there was this like huge claims that like GitHub will stay more or less independent and that like Microsoft is just like investing in future of open source, blah blah blah, right? And then we are here, I don't know, 5 years later, 6 years, 7. Oh fuck, I'm old.
It's 7 years.
7 years later, and like they are like bringing this in like under the proper umbrella of Microsoft right now.
Yeah, just eating the company up. Yeah, which is not surprising.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I have nothing against Microsoft. I guess like Microsoft went from being this like, you don't remember this, but being this hated company, like honestly, like in the early 2000s, like 2005, 2010, like Microsoft was this like a poster child of like greedy company, blah, blah, blah. And then like they really successfully pivoted to being like open source,
like
champion,
a company who cares about open source. Yeah, that's for sure. Like, but the thing is, I like for me it's just so obvious why they do all those moves, like why they created VS Code, why they bought GitHub. So I don't know. Like it's I think it's all about the narrative, that how you look at Microsoft. You know that something is gonna change anytime soon, right?
Yeah, like it's obvious because like they want to have more control. They have to have more to say in all of those different things, even though it might not be profitable to them in short term. It's gonna be profitable in the long term, right?
I'm pretty sure it's already profitable for like at least for GitHub, right? Like,
yeah, but like I'm talking like more in general. Like when when Google invested into Android and like started, I don't know, like licensing Android and like give it for free, like Android open source project, for example. Like they knew that it's gonna pay up.
Yeah.
So like when you are creating those brownfield products, in like I know that in your greedy heart, you know that it's gonna bring you so much money down the road.
Oh my god. Yeah, for sure. That's true. Yeah, probably. So the good thing about brownfield is that if you want to build a brownfield app, you should already have a native app that is existing, apps multiple, and then it should be worth it to keep that app. Like
meaning you are already rich, so you are only targeting rich clients.
Yeah, I think that's why brownfield is great.
Yeah,
but like technically, it's one of the hardest things that you can achieve in React Native.
I'm gonna write that up in my Twitter summary as well. Burak confirmed the rumors that he's only doing brownfield for money. Like, it's not about the joy of programming for him.
Yeah. Please write it up. Yeah.
Listen, I'm having such a good time, but also I'm a little bit brain dead already. I think we should just wrap up on this. We will say thank you to everyone that said hi to
Thank you
us
so
and
much.
said someone. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Abdulik Amahedov. Thank you, Camilo, for posting your questions and etc. Please write it in the Repack repo. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you, Ryan, again. Congrats on solving the riddle. Thank you, Burak, for joining me on this live stream.
Thank you.
I'm going to write a summary right now, so it's still like maybe 30 minutes for me. And then we have a long weekend.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to play maybe this. This is nice. Okay. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Next week, I guess Kevin is going to be back. We will be here talking about, and the newsletter will be back as well. So who knows? Maybe next week we'll have a bunch of other things to talk about. Thanks again. Someone just commented. So yep. Thank you all. See you next week. Bye bye.